So, a live update. I haven't been recording as much videos because I hadn't been going out as much. I usually record videos when I go outside and just skate and stuff like that. But I just want to talk about today and what I'm feeling. So today is pretty nice, pretty nice. Woke up and actually meditated, but I accidentally just fell asleep, but I still got in the meditations. But I got that books check. But what I wanted to talk about in this video is just how much building an aesthetic, somewhat like Jack physique gets you. I'm still making progress on it, obviously. I'm still young. But I've been making more and more progress on my fitness. I've been bulking for like 4 months, and it's not really 4 months, but 6 months of consistent bulking, and I've gained roughly around 12 kilograms, 13 kilograms already. And my aim this year is to hit um, 70 kilograms. So that would be 7 more kilograms till I get there. So that's still a lot of work. A lot of work. And all the things I've noticed, just how much people treat you, and just it feels kind of weird because I'm kind of new to this, like how much people treat you much differently, because I went from being like really skinny, like it was like different. That's like level to this place, like. But it is pretty weird because earlier I actually went out and bought some food on like the shop, and there was like some guy. It's kind of gay. This guy's gay, and he's cock calling me, and I was like, well, this shit's kind of creepy. And like, he was like talking about, oh yeah, I had this boyfriend. Like, he was like talking behind me, like whilst I was buying like some food, and like the girls, like they were like selling. There's like girls like selling, and one of the girls just staring at me for some reason. I was like, what the fuck is this? And like, this is like my first time people treating me this way. So I was there. I was like getting creeped out because I had never seen that. Like, I was like getting creeped out, and like, oh yeah, I had this boyfriend. Like, behind me, like they were talking. Oh yeah, I had this boyfriend. Like, and I was like, why do people sell themselves out? Why do people sell themselves out for like money? I don't really understand that. Maybe I came from some more privileged idea when it comes to things, but I have noticed in my own, basically my own area, that a lot of guys in here sell themselves out for like some money. And it's kind of weird, like, why you doing that? Why you doing that? Selling themselves out for like gay dudes. So I was like, why do people really need this? Maybe I came from somewhat privileged because I don't really need that money that much. I have my family, like they take care of me, like I'm young. Yeah, I still have some plans of like getting jobs. In 3 months, I would be 18, so that means I'd be eligible to get like a job or something. So my whole plan is, once I turn it 18, I'm gonna be going on my bicycle and just delivering food. That's like this job where you could just basically just do cardio and just deliver food to people. And when I'm thinking about it in my mind, that sounds actually pretty good. That sounds like a good deal now that I think about it. Because you're just gonna be going on, you're just gonna be cycling for like 6 hours a day. So that means you're gonna be losing around like 1,000 calories or maybe more than that. So that means you're doing your cardio, you're getting much healthier. And I don't really care about the money that much. I'm young, I don't really need that much money. My family takes care of me, I'm really grateful for that. But I don't need that much money. And I have seen a lot of people online, they just sell themselves out for like money, and like K-dude or something. And I was like, why do people sell themselves out for like some money? Don't really understand that. If you really need some materialistic things like some motorbike or something, I don't, you could work for that. I'm on that journey right now. I really want to get like a motorbike, but I don't need it that badly right now. I have my skateboard. I have, I have a bike, but it ain't working yet. It still needs to get fixed. But I have all things that I need right now. I don't really need that much. So that means I could just do anything that gives me progress on the things that I really like going to the gym, getting healthier as best as I could, and also what you call it, like getting growing up in a proper way basically. Maybe I'm just thought differently in some ways. But yeah, that's so creepy. Like this guy was talking behind me like chirping, and I was like, holy shit, I need to get out of this fucking place. So I was like, the girl was still staring at me whilst this shit is happening. So I was like, go get it, man, go get it faster. I was thinking to myself like, someone like, go get it faster, I need to get out. Because this guy was yapping so bad, like yapping, and this guy was also drinking in public, so that's kind of weird. But I was like, I got the food done, and I basically just ran home, ran home, and yeah, I'm back here and just ranting about shit that's happening to me as I'm making progress in my fitness. I'm still have a lot of progress to make, still have a lot of progress to make. My goal this year is to hit 70 kilograms, and one of the things I've been doing is just scaling myself up every morning, like just checking the weight, seeing what progress I'm making. So it's actually one of the things I've noticed this morning is just my weight just went down by 2 kilograms, which is, it sucks. It sucks. But that means probably just I hadn't been drinking that much water for like past few days. That's probably the meaning of this, like I haven't been drinking water, so I'm just gonna drink a lot of water as much as I can so that I don't get sick. I don't get I don't lose some weight because most of the muscles that we have is just water. I don't know if you know this, but it's just mostly water. So I'm just thinking about that. I'm gonna be 18 in 4 months, not 4 months, but 3 months, and I could work a fast food job. I don't really need that much money, so I'm just going for something that I really want to do. So maybe just speaking to people. Maybe speaking to people would be cool. Speaking to people, and yeah, I'm one of the things that my mind is just focusing on right now is just the bike thing. You could deliver food, and you're just gonna be doing cardio all day, which is amazing for a guy that has a lot of. I'm really hyper. That's kind of one of the things. I really like doing sports. I really like running. I really like going to the gym. So I have a lot of energy, and I really want to start doing bicycling. I really want to start biking again, because back then I used to bike when I was younger, like when I was like 10 years old, so that was like 7 years ago. So I really want to start biking again. This is amazing because I also want to compete in a triathlon. Triathlon is basically just you swimming, biking, and also running like a marathon at the same time. And I really want to compete in that. Imagine that, like getting into like getting like a medal or something. That would be amazing. I really want to compete in that. So once I get the job, like delivering food with like my bicycle, that would be sick. I'm just doing cardio, losing calories for like the whole day, and 6 hours to 8 hours. Imagine how healthy my body would be when it comes to that. Imagine the cardio that I would have. I would have like my VO2 max would be like so crazy, because you're just doing cardio all day. That means you're gonna be so healthy. So, are you wanna start doing that? Yeah, I got off track. Like, this is kind of like bodybuilding. I've noticed like people talk about it in like a negative way, like they just talking about it like, oh yeah, when you build like this body, guys were just complimenting you. and actually noticed that today. But here's the thing: also girls for some reason, girls for some reason. This is like my first time seeing this. I'm basically just a loser, a big transition. I don't even know how to pronounce that, but I'm not even gonna try. It's like you're changing your levels or something, and I'm kinda overwhelmed by this because this is the first time I've noticed this. Even just growing up, seeing what the world is truly about, and yeah, I'm really excited for the future and how much progress I would be making. Yeah, the job is. I'm really excited to get like a job. I don't really need that much cash. I don't really need that much. I just need something to do because I have so much free time to the point that I'm just wasting it by scrolling all day because let's say I finished my gym, I finished the things that I usually do like meditating, journal and reading books. Now I have all this free time and that usually has like a lot of I usually spend that on things that I shouldn't be spending like scrolling all day. It's kind of the biggest thing is just scrolling all day. Like we need to make like a petition. I'm gonna find one online that says like, oh yeah, you need to ban short form in this place, or this country. I'm just gonna find that and I'm gonna link it on the description. And that's probably not gonna work. So I have this extension for my laptop, and if you're really interested in like using it, you could use it because a lot of the guys that make the apps, they optimize it so much to the point that they're taking drugs to like get motor, so that when you go into these apps that you usually use like YouTube, they optimize it to so much to the point that it is so hard to actually avoid scrolling all day and like wasting your time. And I fell for it so much this week at the point that I've been like, no, fuck it, I'm just gonna watch anime again. Because when I watch anime, yeah, fine, it's still basically like wasting time, but I'm wasting my time on something that I had never really experienced, or like it's also like kind of entertaining because I had never been the guy that watches shows like anime and stuff like that. I had never watched anything like that for like 17 years of my life. I never watched that much shows and stuff. So this is like kind of a new thing. So I'm just gonna watch shows like that because when it comes to scrolling, you're just getting spoiled. Every algorithm, every scroll, it's just different type of things. Talking about something that spike your cortisol up and just gets you stressed and makes you feel shit. Make you feel shit. So I'm just gonna link this, like the I don't know what you call it, but things that I use to actually just stop scrolling that much on my laptop because I have like a laptop and I also have this phone. I also have like a tablet that I usually use. So I'm gonna put one on my description. It's like a link on a extension that you could put on your Chrome that somewhat stops you from scrolling, going to like websites like YouTube, like removing the things that usually take your attention away from some for the things that you really like. Like there's like I saw this one study about like the notification in like certain apps, and like the color of the notification, like it's usually red. I saw like a research about it. The guys that made that tested it out. Like they saw like, oh yeah, this guy reacted to this, and they like found like the guys that made had like the biggest reaction on like a certain type of color. They just they're just so smart to the point that it's so hard to get off like these apps. But yeah, that's what I've been doing for like a little bit now, and yeah, I have so much free time to the point that I have been doing my best to like start doing more and more things. like skateboarding. I really like skateboarding. You know, like I don't enjoy doing that much tricks. Don't really enjoy doing that much tricks, but I really enjoy cruising and also doing late night skateboarding runs because it's usually quiet and you're not gonna get hit by a truck in the nighttime basically. So that's kind of one of the things that I've been doing, and I've been doing that for like 2 months, 1 to 2 months already. And skateboard, and I've been learning how to do tricks like ollie. I actually been making a lot of progress with like my ollie. You know, I'm really proud of the progress that I made in skateboarding, but it still needs some practice. That's what I'm gonna say, practice, so that I can get better, get better. My goal this year is to be able to hit a, to be able to do 4 tricks on my skateboard. So that's like a pretty low barrier, but I, I'm still gonna be proud if I land 4 more tricks with like a skateboard because I'm over. I can only do like 2. Hold on, I'm gonna try to count it out. I can do an ollie, hip jump, a what you call it? But this, I don't know what you call it, but you tip your skateboard over and you're basically just gonna jump and you gotta land on your skateboard. I know what you call it, but I got that one cover, and also like yeah, I only know like 3 skateboard tricks, so I'm gonna need to learn more tricks. You know? Really excited to learn more things, and also I'm gonna be going to school this year, which is new. I'm gonna probably gonna talk about it in the future, but this is gonna be it for this video. See you guys tomorrow or something. Bye bye.